Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how Digital Marketer, one of the top marketing blogs and brands in the industry, gets so good of blog conversions. I'm going to show you how they get so many leads and so many sales through their website. They use 14 main strategies to do this, so I'm going to break them down. The first one is they have centered blog posts. Now let me show you what I mean by that. And a centered blog post is basically the new trend in blogging. And what it does is, as you can see, it doesn't have a sidebar. A sidebar would usually be over here, and it would have ads, it would have latest posts, it would have popular posts, it would have follow buttons and things like that. But brands are starting to realize that clutter in these sidebars can actually distract users, and because mobile is such a big deal now, there's really no point in having a sidebar when half of your traffic is on mobile, because on mobile they won't see your sidebar anyway. So as mobile traffic grows, as blog brands are working more on conversions, they realize they don't need a sidebar. Okay, so it keeps the reader more focused on the middle of the page where the content is. So number two is unique shareable images. As you can see, they don't just take images from Google, they actually create their own. No one else has these images on their blog. They have actual people in charge of making these. So when you see an image like this on social media, you know it's from them right away. They have a certain style, and it has words and things like that on it. So these tend to do better on social media because they are unique, they are professional, and they have phrases on them. So number three is focus on collecting emails. Okay, they focus on that. They don't focus on getting shares, although they do get them. They don't focus on getting people to contact support. They don't focus on getting people to the sales page right away. They focus on getting emails because emails are the best way to convert customers. So as you can see, they don't have a whole lot of clutter on their pages anymore. Now you can scroll down and you'll find many different places where they try to collect your email. Like right here, you can see they do that. You'll see that they do it in a few other places throughout the article too, but see, they focus a lot, they have a lot more email collection ads and links than they do sharing links or menu items or anything like that. It's all about collecting emails for Digital Marketer, and that's why they're so successful. Number four, they have limited share buttons. Okay, so share buttons are great to have. Obviously it gets your content in front of more people, but at the same time you're looking to make money, and share buttons don't directly make you money, and they don't directly get you leads. They just get you a little more traffic. Okay, and they realize that, and because their focus is on emails, their whole point of the page is to get you to read the blog post and put your email in. They only have two share buttons, which are LinkedIn and Facebook. So as you can see, they get quite a bit of Facebook shares and a few LinkedIn shares, but they have such a low emphasis on it because they want you to focus on reading and collecting emails. Okay, so number 5 for digital marketer is they use in-post lead magnets throughout the content. Okay, now used to, most brands would have these things in just pop-ups or in sidebars, but digital marketers realize that getting rid of the sidebar can create more focus for the reader and get rid of the clutter while also loading pages faster. They also realize that with the focus being in the middle of the page where they're reading the post, people are going to have their eyes cross over any email links or email ads that are in the middle of the page where the content is. So they're more likely to see it and more likely to click on it. So there's one right here, okay, like I pointed out earlier. And then there is a few further down. There's one right there. And then looks like there's one right here, or it might be part of the same one, but I think you get my idea when I say they try to include them within the content where the reader's eyes are going to be. That's something you can really take away from digital marketer. There's another one there. So you might go through these and not even realize that they're doing these things, but if you really go through and break it down, you can figure out what's making them successful. Okay, so number 6, they have a limited targeted menu. Okay, and what I mean by that is you don't want to have a cluttered menu as well. Clutter in any website is not good. So as you can see, they only have a few menu items. Now they do have a support and about us and a login button on a top menu that you can't see on the screen right now, but that's kind of a sub menu. It's kind of just a minor thing if you're actually looking for that, but they emphasize this menu. This is the main header menu right here, and as you can see, the main things on here are all emphasized for mostly getting leads and getting you to their content. Okay, so they don't have a home. One thing a lot of people do is they have a home tab on their menu, which is pointless because when you click on your logo, that takes you to the home page. So you can get rid of that right away, just to kind of make your menu leaner. Digital marketer has a blog page. Now they could probably even get rid of that because their home page is now their latest blog posts, so they could even just make this products, podcast, contact us, and start here. But as you can see, the main thing they want you to do is look at their products and their content, and maybe even collect your email. So they have a very specific, very clean, very lean menu. Number 7, they have fast load times, and if you go through, let's say you go to tools.pingdom.com or Google PageSpeed Insights or YSlow, you will be able to test digital marketer, and you'll see that they load pretty quickly because they have a lean blog, they don't have a lot of clutter, they don't have a lot of things that load really slow. It's very well configured, very well coded. So that'll help you retain more visitors when your pages load quickly. That way they won't be clicking the back button because of being frustrated that it's not loading. Number 8, they have lots of images and bullet points. So if you want to keep a reader's attention once they're on the page, don't have a bunch of huge paragraphs with no images, no headlines, no bullets to break them up. You want to break up big spots of text to kind of divide it into sections. Okay, images are processed like 1,000 times faster than words for people. So you need to have images throughout the post. And there's been studies done that if you want to rank posts in Google, a post with one image does significantly better than a post with none. So have at least one image, but if you have long form content, have images between big spots of text, so it kind of divides it up. It gives your visitors a different way to process the information instead of just reading everything. Number 9, they have lengthy, in-depth content. Now, obviously, lengthy content tends to rank better. So, when you have long-form content like that, it will definitely get you closer to ranking in search engines, and it will also show people that, hey, I'm going in depth in this subject, and it tends to lead to more shares on social media. So if you keep people on your page longer, if you make it easier to rank, and you have more of a likelihood of getting your blog post shared, all from making longer form content, why wouldn't you do it? Say number 10, they have less emphasis on the footer. Now the footer is pretty much useless these days, and people are starting to realize that. Now you kind of have it on a blog because you need to have a place for your about pages, where your customer support can be contacted, where your privacy policy and terms of use pages are. A lot of third-party companies you might want to work with on your website will need to see pages like that, so that's a place where you can put it, is in the footer. But as you see, let me scroll through this blog post and I'll show you the way Digital Marketer works. So many brands are starting to do this as well. It's not just Digital Marketer, but it's not doing it on this post, but on some posts you'll scroll down, and after the author box it will actually load, and it actually does have a load button. It's just not loading right now, but it'll go to the next post if you keep scrolling instead of just going to the footer and stopping there. So that's another thing you can do, is just have people focused on reading your content or putting in their email like they do. That's really the only two things they want. They like shares. They don't mind you going to their menus and stuff, but they don't care for that. They want you to read and put their email in. So the footer does not really matter to Digital Marketer. Number 11, start here, is in the menu. It's a button, so it gets your attention by creating contrast to the rest of the menu and the rest of the page. See, as you can see, there's not a lot of green on the page, and a lot of people get mixed up in whether the button should be yellow, should be red, should be green, should be orange, should be blue, purple, whatever. As Digital Marketer has shown us, and as other top marketers will tell you, it's really all about contrast. And you probably don't want to do red or something like that. Red is, we are trained from driving and things like that, that red means stop, red means don't keep going. Green means go. So that's a good color to go with if it creates contrast. Now if you have a lot of green on your page, green is not what you want to do for a button. You want the button to stand out. So when you're on this page and you even think about looking at the menu, that button stands out. It catches your eye. And you need to think about where you want people to go the most, and once you figure that out, put a button in the menu like Digital Marketer has and make it catch people's eye. And then you can test it yourself by just going on any page on your site and see, look in the middle of the page and see where your eyes are attracted to. Number 12, the author box with the image and the bio of whoever is writing it. So at the bottom of every post they have an author box, and if people don't know who's writing the post, they don't connect with it as well. They don't relate to it as well. They want to know that there's a real person behind the post. And look, see the next post is loading now. Like I mentioned earlier, they don't really go to the footer, they just go to the next post. But for this tip, they always have the image of the person writing and a little bio about them with a link to more posts. So you always want to do that. You always want to put a face to the content of whoever made it, just so people can relate to it and realize a real person's writing it. Number 13, consistent content publishing is a big deal because it tells Google that this is constantly an updated website, and it gives people something to look forward to when you say publish at the same time every other day or something like that. People begin to expect your content. They're more likely to subscribe. They're more likely to stay subscribed, and therefore they'll get more of your promotions as well and see more of your content. So it creates more return visitors and it creates better rankings by producing content consistently instead of just one post, whenever you feel like it. And last but not least, they use retargeting ads. Now, digital marketer is a big believer in paid advertising along with content marketing. So they kind of do the best of both. A lot of blogs focus completely on organic traffic, and a lot of brands don't blog at all and focus completely on paid ads. But they have a balance of both. Now, a lot of their ads actually send you back to the blog. So let's say you're on the site, you leave, you go to Facebook. You'll probably notice on Facebook, the ads on the side here, that you'll see a digital marketer ad show up after being on their site beforehand. That's because they're trying to get you to come back. That's called retargeting, and once you've been there once, a lot of times people will end up going back. So they're actually very efficient ads. They really get the most out of your budget, and they don't usually cost too much per click. So that's another way to get people coming back to your website if they haven't already put in their email. It's a great way to maximize every view for your blog, and Digital Marketer does a great job of that. Okay, so that's it for the digital marketing strategies that Digital Marketer does on their blog. They get quite a bit of traffic, but the main thing I want you to learn from them is conversions. They know how to get leads, they know how to get sales from the traffic that they get. So if you like this post, please like it and subscribe so I can get you more great posts like this, more videos like this. If you want to add some things to this, maybe some strategies you learned or your thoughts on the video, let us know in the comments. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to get more in-depth content, tools, and resources for starting a business, becoming a well-rounded entrepreneur, things like that, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com. And other than that, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.